Walking 10,000 steps saved my life. My whole life, I have been the fat friend, fat family member, fat coworker, and fat husband. I used comedy as a source to drum up an excuse for how I truly felt about myself. This helped my mental health as it was easier to laugh and poke fun than to be embarrassed openly and show it. I was never bullied. The bullying was mostly self induced. I didn't give a bully a fighting chance of coming up with an insult or a way to humiliate me because I was already succeeding in doing that myself. Laughter was an easy way of me avoiding my true feelings and provided me a shield for responsibility. In the fall of 2023, I was one day married and the UW Huskies were kicking off their season. As we gathered with the family, I paced around the house out of anxiousness that they could lose the game. As I paced, I was collecting steps and started to notice that the more I moved, the better they played, so I kept it up until the clock hit zero and they won. Fast forward to October, and I had the obligation as a fan to pace and get 10,000 steps before or during the Huskies game. It could never be after, or I have broken the good luck streak. UW and Oregon were scheduled to play, and I was so anxious as both teams were considered to be two of the best in the nation. I walked 10,000 steps every single day for a week leading up to that game, and sure enough, they put up one of the best displays of college football rivalries that you will ever experience. And the Huskies won. As my steps hit 10,035 at the time of the Ducks missing the field goal. I now walk 10,000 steps every day of the week to keep up the good luck trend, and it worked until UW got whooped on in the national championship. This may all sound ridiculous and out of sync of what's truly going on, but I won't sit there and lie to you guys and say that I was swept up on my feet by some magic feeling of being motivated to get up and walk. I formed my habit through my love and through my stress of college football. It is very important to me that I share my truth because it truly takes a passion to achieve anything you are setting your mind to. I could have stopped walking at any time, but I was already in the zone and I had convinced myself, well, why can't I just do this every day if I can do it during the football season? So I never stopped, and my goal was now born to walk 10,000 steps minimum every day of 2024, and I did that. After the national championship came and went, I was already in full practice that I have to hit my target number of steps every day no matter what. I walked on my breaks at work, and I walked on my lunch, and I walked in the evenings with my wife and dog to round out the days. I spent a lot of time outside and a lot of time walking alone. In my alone time, I found peace, and I think it's been there the whole time. I just was never comfortable with being alone, so I could never truly find that peace. This peace had me reflecting on my life, everything I have ever given up on, or everything that I quit, every excuse I made because I was uncomfortable, tired, burnt out from work, whatever you can think of to avoid a responsibility to my personal health. I grew up fat and I was accepted as fat. My family even calls me gordo, which is Spanish for fatso or fatty when they called me gordito as a kid. I hold no resentment to my family or any ill feelings because I accepted myself as fat and I was comfortable. I made jokes about my weight and being the fat one in any group to avoid my personal insecurities of feeling like everyone was staring at me or judging me because I served myself some food for lunch or grabbed a snack when our boss would treat us, when in reality it was not them who was condemning me, it was myself. I could see how proud my wife was of me, and to be honest, I truly do not care about how anyone else thinks of me as an individual besides my wife, myself, or God, as they know me better than anyone ever can. Seeing her light up when I would accomplish my daily goal or motivate me to get up from my butt during the weekends, she truly made a massive impact on my drive and motivation. Being a proud husband is a feeling like no other. I made a commitment to my wife, and that is something that I will never quit, as I have quit on many things in my lifetime. I also know for a fact that she will never let me give up on my goals, and it makes me want to push all that much harder after having that support. This self reflection was a hard realization that I had spent a majority of my 30 years alive running from how I truly felt and avoided responsibility to do anything about it because it was challenging. This inspired me more. I read over 15 books last year, and I would read as I walked to help pass the time or to help keep me inspired. One more chapter was one more thousand steps. I began to journal after my walks to compare how I felt through the months, and I could see firsthand how much my mental health was improving simply by going on long walks and pushing for more and more steps as the year went by. I went for 1 million steps in my birthday month of June, and to no surprise, I quit on that too. I had to shake off the feeling of not achieving that goal, but to be better prepared next time, as I did not quit on my daily steps. When I say that 10,000 steps saved my life, it's not an exaggeration, as I learned to push through discomfort, pain, and embarrassment to get it done. I spent a good majority of my 20s ruining my body because I knew I was young. I partied, I ate junk, and I was hiding from my true self. It's sad to think that I could have done this years ago. However, I am a believer in not regretting things in the past, as they are officially set in stone and will never be changed. I don't dwell on what could have been. I just live day to day and I hit my goal every single time. And I know that in time, I will be where I need to be physically, mentally, and spiritually. I made this video because there's people like me who are waiting to start, waiting for that perfect moment and waiting for the start of the week or for when you feel motivated or when vacation is over. And I promise you, and I know exactly how you feel. I can tell you firsthand, if you do not get up and start now, you will continue to push it off, just like I did for years. I hit my goal and I surpassed 5.2 million steps in 2024. The most I have ever walked in a year prior to that was 1.8 million steps, and the lowest was 1.2 million. I did this through vacation, through a 104-degree fever, family obligations, and I even hit 12,000 steps the day after I overextended my MCL jogging for a baseball. I know you can do it too because you have the drive and you have the power, and there is without a doubt somebody right there supporting your every move. And if you do not feel like you have that someone, I support you and cheer on your every move so that you can find peace and challenge yourself. Currently, I am increasing my steps 5,000 each week until I reach 35,000 a day for the month of April, and I'll be achieving my 1 million step challenge, and I'll be bringing you along for the ride. What comes next, we will find out through reflecting together in walks or by being inspired by one of you. I truly look forward to you joining this journey with me and no longer waiting for that perfect opportunity to come, because that opportunity is here now. What's going on, everybody? Christian from Sullivan Steps. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the videos. It's really important to me. It was something that I put together just out of my passion for walking and something that I really truly made a difference in my life. Since the beginning of 2024, I'm down 25 pounds, which is a pretty big deal, seeing that I was not necessarily going to the gym every day, but I was getting up and being active and walking as much as I could. And that makes a huge difference. When it comes to my shoes, I did go through a couple of pairs of shoes, but I figured I would kind of go into a little bit more depth into my shoes on my next video for the 1 million steps challenge. I'm currently in the process of filming for that. And so you'll have to mind the cell phone shots that you see there towards the end of the video, as I was fairly new to filming and putting things together. And I took time to edit this the most I could. And um, you can see that I'm definitely a new YouTuber here, but I'm happy to be here and happy to have you along for the ride. So thank you for joining. Uh, Go ahead and like and subscribe and share it with your friends if you feel like it's something that'll resonate with them. Again, this is just something that is out of passion and just something out of me trying to help somebody who is in the exact same position as me. I look forward to seeing you guys interact with me, as well as seeing you guys be a part of this journey. Thank you so much and have a good one. Enjoy.